I still don't feel bad for Usha Vance. And she recently gave an interview where she spoke about how she feels about her development within politics and her relationship to JD Vance and her relationship with the MAGA party.
In 2014, you were a registered Democrat.
And so Usha Vance, she's allowed to become a Republican. My problem is that when people who are not black go from like Democrat or they're supported by Democratic ideas and they switch over into the Republican or MAGA party, they immediately subscribe to some of the most like hateful people or hateful beliefs. And my example right now is Byron Donalds, who was literally a drug dealer. And he was given a second chance at life because of a pre-trial diversion program, which is funny because an individual like Byron Donalds in today's world, he does not support, like, I think, second chance for youth offenders. And we do know like poverty and lack of opportunity is one of the greatest, like, I would say motivations to do stupid decisions. And Byron Donalds doesn't care anymore. He also said things like Jim Crow was good for black people because the black family was together, but the black family was poor, right? The black family was not protected from some of like the ways in which people would steal their land. You know, something that I'm learning more about was how black farmers over 100 years, right?
During Jim Crow, the black family was together. That's right. During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative, because black people always have been conservative minded, but more black people voted conservatively.
Lost millions of acres of land, which is generational wealth, to be able to advocate for themselves and be protected from some of the ways in which America likes to just oppress people.
Well, I do feel very comfortable in that no one has ever asked me to engage in any kind of litmus test on anything, and I feel very comfortable in that world. I don't feel like I have to walk around pretending anything of any sort. Sometimes I have thoughts that fit very comfortably into one side or another. Sometimes
she's essentially saying, no one ever asked me to do anything, and I get to be lazy about my political beliefs and the consequences that arise from them. And this is why you don't have to feel bad for these people in any of the situations that arise, right? Because they are willfully going to admit to you that the reason why they liked it is because there's no tough conversation that you have to have about what is the result of your decisions. And that's why I can't feel bad for her. Right? And she's not the only one. Like, we have other people like Katie Miller. Katie Miller's a crazy woman who's complaining about the teen birth rate going down. I'm like, these people are batty. And no one will ever ask, why is it a bad thing that the teen birth rate will go down? Now I'm getting distracted. But the main thing is, Usha Vance, she doesn't want to have to consider anything or any consequences in her life. And that's why she likes being a part of this particular party.
I have views that are way more idiosyncratic, and it's a world that I think is actually rather accepting of that, since everyone knows that I really care greatly about JD's success.